All right. Welcome to the first Q&A recorded live session. No one is here, as I expected, and it took me 30 minutes to figure out all the technical issues. So this is why we go live before anyone sees us. It was practically a test stream. But this was good. Turns out my headphones don't work right. I need to figure that problem out. And I mean, it's still a little disappointing that no one showed up. I was hopeful, but I didn't do the outreach and the awareness to let anyone know. I was too afraid of that. But we did it. We actually are currently on the meeting. And so I figured I might ask myself some common questions that I get asked pretty frequently. The first question: why the hat? And to that, I say, why not? I think it's fun, and I've enjoyed it for years. So it truly didn't matter what it was, it just happened to be the hat. And then I also wear orange as much as possible because I enjoy the color. I think it's bright, joyful, and underutilized. It's also pretty attention grabbing. I used all of these as tools to initiate conversations because I have struggled to do so. Once I'm in a conversation, it's fine. But starting a conversation is much harder. So I relied on other tactics. Second question: why authenticity? Why this community? And it's because I personally enjoy having an authentic meeting with a person who knows who they are. These are truly some of my favorite interactions and favorite connections I have with people. Oftentimes, they are very different from me. But when I meet someone who's authentically themselves, we both immediately connect on this fact that we figured out, at least to some degree, who we are and are willing to share that with the world. And oftentimes, another person who's doing the same will see that and give massive respect, because so few people do it. So very few people do. And it's astounding to me that everyone is trying to be what everyone else wants you to be. And truly, no one actually knows what that is. There's this social ideal of this person who goes through school, goes to college, gets the job, gets the wife and kids and the family and the stable corporate job, and then work to retirement. This is what society tells us we should do. And I ask this: do you know anyone who's following that enjoys it, that thinks it's the right path? And I mean, there's a way to be an employee and be yourself. But if you're just following the script of what everyone else is telling you to do, I can almost guarantee it's going to make you unhappy. Third question I often see is like, okay, how do you do it? And oftentimes, the biggest thing holding us back is fear. How do you get over your fear? I have found the best way that I get over my fear is first by naming it and truly understanding it. I find that journaling and meditation are the best ways I've found to do this, often in combination, where I will sit and think and let my mind wander on the problem. Be like, what am I afraid of? Oftentimes, it's fear of what someone else will say. Say some authority figures like, this is crazy, this is a dumb idea, you're You're never going to succeed. Why would you try? You're an idiot. And one of the more helpful things to do is, one, identify who you are afraid of hearing that from. It's often a particular person. Name that person, and then ask if you want to give them power over your life. The answer is always no, because why would you want to give away any of your power? But we give it away all day to anyone who upsets us or pushes us the wrong way. And we're like, here, have the power over me. Congratulations, you can now puppet me as you please. And it's a tiring, exhausting existence. And I'm sure that you're tired of it, because I'm exhausted by it. So once you've named the fear and named where it's coming from, often this shrinks it down enough to be manageable. But there is still one more step. Be afraid. Experience fear and learn that it's not that bad. You've been afraid before. You'll be afraid again. And you will survive. I have. And the fear is always smaller than you think it is. As the Hormozis say, fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. So the best thing we can do is step into the fear. And boy, do I know that is easier said than done. But every time I do it, I take a step in the right direction. So I'll leave you with this. As you go through the dungeon of life, opening door after door, exploring and trying to find the treasure at the end, if behind your next door you find enemies and fears, you're going in the right direction. Keep going.